Welcome to another episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
I'm Zombie, and this is It's Frickin'
Indeed
Figures.
it is. Oh boy. Hang on.
Did you forget something?
No, I'm responding to Pops.
Don't mind us. We're just professionally unprofessional.
Yeah.
This is your first time joining us. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to anyone that's decided to give us another shot. We're happy to be here, and we're happy to have you.
I don't know about happy to be here. We're happy to be here, but we're unhappy in general.
Yes. We never let go of the sullen teenager phase.
Yeah. Well, that, you know, life is just stressful sometimes. I'm sure everyone knows what that's like.
It can be.
Hey there, Woody.
Woody, you crazy son of a bitch. What's going on?
Oh, boy. Where's the thing that I just saw? But, okay. I'll just get, I want to work into that. So what do we have going on? Do you have anything that you opened that is in the box or?
I do. So I'm going to be a little scattered tonight. Kind of, it's going to be a mixed bag. I'm going to be jumping back and forth with all kinds of stuff. So my what's in the box kind of ties into something else that I'm going to talk about tonight. With that being said, did you open anything? Do you want to go first and then I go, or because I can just jump right into it?
Let's see. Did I open anything?
Oh, Pop says Rumble flaked out again. Didn't that happen before?
Yeah, it did.
Rumble, you bastard.
I think it was because it was a mistake on my end. I didn't tell Pops that we were doing the show earlier, and that's probably why it freaked out. But
oops. Yeah, so special earlier time. We are still rolling full steam ahead. We're not taking a break just because it's the holidays. Fuck the holidays. What's that? Spend time with family and friends. Whatever.
I do that all the time anyway.
All the time. Yeah, come on.
My kids are here in the room, just over here. They're watching The Grinch. And
it's probably a good thing you've got headphones in so they can't hear my foul mouth. But
right.
Hey, Thunder Kids. All right. No,
you
sorry.
Come over here and say hi.
Hi.
Hey, girls.
Yes.
All right, now go finish watching Grinch.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, and so I will just say that we are talking tonight about whatever we end up talking about, but we will be back later in this week for Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. That's on Friday, and then next week we have a special guest. Do you want to tell them who that is?
Yeah, let's go for it. So we are going to be joined again by Eric Cornboy Mays from Full Horse Studios. So going to have him back. We're going to have a good chat. There's some splaining he needs to do. So we're going to get into that. But, we're not going to go full interview mode. We already did that. Go back.
I mean, we did.
Check out our backlog. So
we did, but, there's always going to be questions.
There's new stuff coming. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an ongoing conversation happening here. So we're just going to get to, pick his brain, and what he divulges, he divulges. What he doesn't. So we're just going to have a fun chat and see where things go. just laid back, whatever. But yeah,
we play it loosely around here, shoot from the
yeah.
hip sort of thing.
Oh, very much so.
We are the
You're getting the
bad
water.
batch
Will
of
you get me a water,
podcasters
please?
after all. Defective but effective.
Yes. The bad batch of podcasts.
Yes, indeed. Fully claiming that title.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
okay. So, did
but
you open anything? So what's
I
going on?
okay, so the only thing that I really have, thank you, is
Yes, water.
um is this announcement, and that's pretty much the only thing that I have that's exciting. Um, I'm sure. Anyway, I'll just show it. I got this.
Yes.
So he's. Oh, I don't know if that's zooming in for you, but yeah. So I got the notice that it's gonna be shipping soon. They wanted me to update my shipping address, which it hadn't changed. So there's nothing I have to do. I just have to sit back and wait. And as they said, clear space. So that is going to be my chore for the next, I don't know, couple weeks until it arrives. It's not supposed to arrive until like January at some point, but
I could totally see you in that meme where the guy's like standing there with his hands behind his back, just like staring off out in the distance.
right.
Waiting.
Just waiting for UPS to show up. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
My munchkins are here.
that's like an addition to your house there, like a
It
whole
is.
wing getting added.
It really is. And yeah, I have space for it. I was debating on putting it here, but I think I'm gonna put it over there. Who knows? We'll see where it ends
You're
up
gonna
going.
you're gonna have to
But
like situate your camera to where it's like occupying your background so that you're broadcasting live from the cat's lair.
right, I should probably do this from over there, but yeah, instead you get to look at my Superman poster and whatever's over here, which right now it's just a bunch of posters, but you know, I should move my desk, but I doubt I will. I'll probably be lazy, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you open that and pictures and your setup and
Yeah.
that just I can't wrap my head around how big that playset is. I've seen the pictures. I've
Yep.
seen people next to it. I can't imagine how big it's gonna be.
I saw it in person and it is still unfathomable to me. Like it's just like what?
Like you're getting that, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
It's a dream come true for me, but it's also one that is now motivating me to make sure I get the other Thundercats because I want to complete something. But I don't know. My main goal is to get all the Lunatics.
We'll get
But
you there. We'll get you there.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw that Luna is scheduled to ship Luna and that whole wave, Luna Amok and the Thunderian Guard and Quick Pick, all that is supposed to arrive in like January, February ish. So that'll be interesting. I have to pay it off though. I did one of those like layaway things, whatever it was called. I forget, but so I'm still paying on it. So I don't know if I'll get them, but that's what I'm going for.
You'll get them.
Yeah,
Have
hopefully.
faith. Yeah,
But
you will.
that's all that I've really. That's all the excitement that's been around here. So
Okay, well,
you're up.
I have What the hell? Okay. I got this guy.
Oh,
So,
nope, not
one
me.
person.
I want you. There we go.
There we go.
Dude.
Light again. How do I? Okay.
Oh, that Santa is insanely cool.
His tattoos on his belly and stuff. So I got him all decked out with all of his gear that he came with, except for the extra hands, the present, and of course the stand. Of course, here's the present. Red
Nice.
present with a silver bow on it. But yeah, no, he's got the cool polar bear headgear thing going on, which is removable.
Oh, he's a bald Santa.
Yeah. So if I had the other one out, you could put the Santa hat on top. Yeah, badass Santa's right. And the cloak is wired. Yeah. It's a nice soft goods kind of thing.
Yeah,
here.
It looks thick.
It is. It's thicker than I expected it to be, and it's got two types of I don't know what the term is for the
clasps.
Like no, like for the fur.
Oh, okay.
Itself. There's a name for it, and it escapes me right now. And I know the show will be over with, and I'll remember it. But it's got two different types. Like this one's has a much smaller fur texture to it than the outside of it does, which is really neat. So they didn't just go with the one fur texture, just kind of sewed over with wire in it, and just kind of that exposed kind of cloth look.
Yeah.
So this one was a deluxe price point, and at first I was like, he's not really coming with anything, why would he be a deluxe figure or whatever? And I can see why, with the soft goods on it. I believe this was one of the first figures in Wave 2 to feature this bear torso, because
nice.
the other Santas had the coat,
Yeah.
But yeah, let me get a little closer in there.
Yeah, Christmas tree, candy cane, and snowflakes.
Yeah.
That's cool. And he's got some sort of almost tribal thing around his arm, his bicep, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's very holiday inspired.
Yeah.
Of course. And so one thing that I liked also are these bracers. They're a completely separate piece. So you can pop the arm off. I mean, not the arm, the hand, and remove it if you don't want him to have those on. And so the sculpt is a complete bare forearm sculpt.
Wow.
So it's not all janky with, weird squares and stuff to help line up that gauntlet or whatever. So if you just want him to have bare arms, there's full muscle sculpture under there.
Heck yeah. That's
awesome. That was pretty cool. Yeah. He comes with a few extra sets of hands. I'm trying to pop him back together real quick here. What was that? Let the little kids know what's really there under all that red and white fur. Yeah. So if you haven't watched Violent Night yet, there's a badass Santa in that movie too. So
heck yeah.
But yeah, no, and this works just as well without the cloak on it.
Yeah, it does.
So that goes back. So I got this not to really keep as the barbarian type Santa. I got it for custom purposes. I might have a hard time customizing him now like I wanted to. I might have to save up and get a second one to do that with.
Right.
I like him. I like him a little more than what I thought I was going to like him when I got him in hand. But yeah, he's got, a few extra sets of hands here. It's got that obligatory pointing.
The point,
and
yeah.
I dropped it. I'm sorry.
It's for the nose. How he's winking and
I don't. Yeah, this one's not winking. I'd imagine he's using this to pick his nose. He's that type of, he's that barbarian, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the pointing finger. Now, for whatever reason, he came with two of the same side gripping hands.
Huh.
So by default, he comes both left and right gripping hands on the figure. So the fist I put on him before the show.
Okay.
But he comes like that. So there is an extra one that came with mine. It's not a different hinge from, horizontal or vertical or anything like that. But then also, curiously, he came with a trigger finger hand that
Okay.
is that vertical hinge type. So I'm not sure what to think about that one. That's a bizarre choice. But then
Yeah, well,
he also
I mean there it is.
he comes with that naughty or nice stand that
Yeah.
all the figures come with and everything like that. And then of course he comes with the gift box, which does open. Oops. And there's nothing in it, of course, but you could put something in it. Maybe a severed hand. I don't know.
That
So
would make sense.
you have to pry off the top a little bit. It's not that it's glued, but it's such a tight fit. Like when you first take it out, at first you think, oh, maybe it's not supposed to come apart, but it totally can. So this is from the second wave season, whatever they're calling it,
Yeah.
of the Naughty or Nice collection. And I believe the first wave, like when you opened up the gift box, there's no paint on the inside of the box. Like you could see like where the overspray was, where they painted the outside, or at least that's
Yeah.
how mine was. I think. But yeah, so it's interesting. I think it's a cool little thing, that you because that could just totally be just a solid hard piece of plastic. It doesn't have to open like that, but it does. So I don't know. I enjoy the little gift boxes that they come with, and some of them, like the which one was it? It comes with like a crushed present box. There's a
Oh, yeah,
couple of them that
right,
come with
right.
crushed. But yeah, but no,
Wasn't that
check
the
out that.
pirate one?
No, the pirate one came with it has the Jolly Roger skull and crossbones. But yeah, check
Oh
out that
man.
axe.
That
The
is
deer,
an insane axe.
the deer skull.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. I'll save him from the chopping block and have to get a second one to do what I wanted to
Right.
do with him because he's just too cool. I mean, but like I said, he's at the deluxe price point, so he leans a little bit closer to 50, I think.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, no, that's all the new that I got this week. I'm expecting some other stuff. It's just delayed. That's what it is this time of year. Excellent
Yep, it
X. Yep.
certainly is.
Yep. It's cool. I like it. Those
Playing catch up here, we have everyone needs an extra severed hand. And we
I have a
watched
few.
Deadly Games on Horror Movie Club. Truly psycho Santa.
Nice. So, yeah, no, those are made by Fresh Monkey Fiction, and you can find them at Big Bad Toy Stores under the Naughty or Nice collection. I'm going to talk a little bit about them later in the show, so stick around if you want to know more about them and what they make and what they do. They're really solid figures. I can't say enough good things about them. I've been championing them. That is a really strange word to say. I have been talking about them for a couple of years now. It's nothing new to me. I know all about them. We've interviewed the main guy here on our show. I'm no stranger to Fresh Monkey Fiction and their products.
Heck yeah.
I
got
see
good
some
stuff.
people. I see some people out there that have shows that are more well known than ours that don't know what they have in their hands, and shame on you for not doing your research.
Yeah.
When people turn to you as an influencer, whether you claim the title or not, when people turn to you, they expect you to know what you're talking about. So do better.
That's probably why I just don't talk at
What's up?
all. Because no, I know exactly. I know what you mean though. But
What is he saying?
I'm not
You
sure
make
what he's
such
talking about.
great things. You make such great things with your hands. I think you'd probably need to just stick with scanning instead of trying to learn all those weird computer techniques. But the thing about learning how to do the 3D sculpting is it's faster once you get the hang of it. You have all that information there, all that sculpt work that you've done in the program that you can send electronically to someone with printers and that sort of thing. Whereas if you sculpt it by hand, it does take longer to do, in a sense, not just to sculpt it, but then you have to send it to somebody to scan it, which people with the printers don't typically have scanners. Some do.
Right.
But then even the ones that don't, if you just send it to them, they end up having to send it to somebody else to scan it, and it's an extra cost, and it draws out the production time on some things. So I totally get what you're saying. I've sculpted by hand for years, but it's not going to happen anytime soon for me. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a lot to learn, and the people that know how to do the stuff that I know don't really want to share. Because I guess they think, well, you're you. I know what's going to happen. You're going to come through like a freight train and your competition. So I'm sorry. I try to help people whenever I can. A little help back would be nice. Don't just go say, yeah, go here, do that, and you'll figure it out. Like, no, it's not working. There's only so much that I can learn from somebody on YouTube because I'm following along and I'm doing what they're doing, but my program is doing something that their program's not doing. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not what's happening whenever I do what you say to do. It's something else. So I don't know. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. It's not like I got people beating my door down to come work for them or anything. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep being a talking head here on YouTube for anybody willing to listen, I guess. But no, he is right.
Heads are good though.
The ability for computers to scan is already a weird enough technique. It is, and scanning isn't perfect because it doesn't pick up all of the details from your physical sculpt. So someone still has to go back in digitally and add those details back into it after you scan something. So it's not a perfect scan. It's not like think of it like, okay, a Xerox copy machine or whatever. You make a copy off an original. But instead of making another copy off of the original, you take that copy and you make a copy. And then you take the copy of the copy and make a copy. And then you take a copy of the copy of the copy and make another copy off that, so forth. Once you hit 100 times doing it, making a copy off of the copy and take that final one and compare it to the original, that's kind of the same thing. Like whenever you scan something, a physical three-dimensional object, one of them's going to be really fuzzy. It's going to be hard to read. That's the only kind of comparison that I can make for anybody that doesn't know anything about 3D sculpting and scanning and all that kind of stuff. It's the easiest thing I can make a comparison to. Not that I don't know your knowledge. Maybe you do know something. A lot of people know a lot of stuff I don't know. I'm not claiming to know everything. Anyway, I'm getting way off topic here. So let me go into if you would bring up my share screen here for me, Dustin. I want to remind everybody that this is the final days for your pre-order for the Wave of the Beast or whatever they're calling it over at storehorseman.com. This is the latest wave they have available. You've got that big ass lion, the two snakes, the one kind of Roman soldier, the snake lady, the Ifrit, and of course, last but not least, your hyena character here. All excellent figures. Lots of new parts in that wave. Lots of new parts. He says, "I'd like to drag you off topic." It's easy to do.
Yeah. I wish I could get this, especially that lion, man. It's insane. The lion and the hyena are just the absolute two standouts for me. I know there's probably something awesome when you look at the snake dudes, but it's like if I had to pick, those are the ones I would choose between. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
monstrous lion.
I'm gonna need, at least minimum 2 of each of these characters.
Right.
That's for my purposes, though. But yeah, no, I've got to get the snake warrior guy here at the top left. We're moving into the year of the snake. If you follow the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, or whatever, we are exiting the year of the dragon and entering the year of the snake. So, I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. But no, December 29th is your final day if you're going to place a pre-order, direct pre-order from the Four Horsemen, which is the cheapest you will get these figures, period.
Yeah.
You're waiting to go with an approved retailer like Big Bad Toy Store or, our favorite, our friends at Omega Level Toys and Comics, you will be paying a higher price point. The Horsemen have also said that starting with the Necronominus wave, I think, when they get those and they take them to shows, those are going to be sold at retail pricing at the shows. So there's no more special show discount prices direct from the Four Horsemen. So if you don't get that first initial pre-order discount straight from them, you're not getting it. You're paying the actual retail price after the pre-order ends. Now, with that being said, now if you still prefer to do your pre-order from one of the the approved retailers, it will be at that higher price point. So you're not going to totally miss these if you don't order them from the Horsemen. You're just missing that special discount that they give to people that pre-order directly from them. Well, I see what you're saying, Woody. I'm not going to say that though. I know what you're saying though. I'm Year of the Monkey myself, so let's see. I'm going to move on. So go get your pre-orders in if you wanna or don't. I don't care either way.
Or you could always order one for us, because I mean, geez, dude. We're standing here with our
I don't
hands
mind.
open.
I won't mind a freebie. I'm not going to say no.
Heck yeah.
No, they updated us here on the Barathir dragon. That's that big ass lizard,
insanely huge dragon. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, this is like what is every single time we start the show, I forget the name of that damn playset for G.I. Joe, the aircraft carrier. They say it's as long as that thing, if you're familiar with that. So
oh wow.
Yeah. It's big. He's big. But no, so their original announcement when they revealed him at or her, I don't know, they haven't said, at Legion's Con this past year, was they were hoping to start the pre-order for this behemoth in January. So they're still crunching the numbers. They're still trying to figure out the logistics of getting this thing made, how they would ship it, how the size of the box it's going to come in, that sort of stuff. So they've pushed it back to March of 2025, which is respectable. I can understand that. Plus,
Yeah.
on a positive note, for those of you that get a tax return, you're more willing to buy because you got the money.
You're more willing to buy.
So, yeah, I like that, huh? So no, it's a smart, it's a smart decision for them. I think, not trying to rush it out.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we'll get a little more dirt on this whenever we have Corn Boy next week, as God willing, he's able to still make the show with us.
Yeah.
So still no news on a price point yet. Like I said, they're still trying to figure that out. I do have an update on the Necronominus wave. It is on the water. It is on its way. So that wait is almost over. It's been 2 years since the wave was revealed at Legion's Con, so it's been a while,
Yeah.
which is understandable. That wave had a ton of new tooling, new parts. Almost everything in the wave was brand new. Very, very little reuse on any
A
of the
skeleton horse.
Yes.
A freaking skeleton horse.
Yes. So it's
that should
coming.
be enough. Be like, oh, okay. Yeah. You see this horse we have? This horse right here. Guess what? We're going to make it a skeleton.
Oh my God, he's got no head. What did you do?
I don't know where I put the head, but I took it off for something.
Poor horse has lost its head. Have you checked the bed?
Right?
It was just a zebra. No, it's not. he's full on skeletal horse. You'll see. But no, yeah, so that wait is almost over. I suspect they will probably start shipping if everything goes well. So they'll probably hit the ports in January. They'll be waiting for them to clear customs. They'll probably start shipping. This is my guess now, early February. And I'm being, conservative with that.
Yeah.
Delays do happen. Especially right now with shipping through the holidays, it's anybody's guess. It's in God's hands. You
Right.
can't forget tracking. It's not happening. Don't stress yourself out with it. It's in God's hands. It's in the ether.
Mm-hmm.
Pray it doesn't hit purgatory, and it'll get to you eventually.
Yeah. So I just want to interject here because this is some good news for you. We have Les Gardner, who is the Comic Artist Hour. He's been doing 3D rendering for 30 years. So you probably could hit him up. He's part of our network. Probably could hit him up and get some tips and whatnot. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'm not going to turn that down.
We have a lot of interesting folks on the network where
Hopefully,
we do all sorts of things.
Hopefully they're not as busy as a person as I am.
Right.
Their schedule is a little more open.
He says less is cool.
No!
Busy but cool.
No! My hopes have been dashed. Busy's not good for me because I'm busy too.
Yeah, it took a lot to get us to have a show, this show.
Yeah, it did. It really did. Because I fought back for, I don't know, what, a year maybe? No, I'm not doing it. I don't know how to have the time. I'm not going to do it. And then I got dragged into ADHD theater, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. We'll make time. I can't be there all the time, but I'll do what I can, And then I was like, hey, I've got free time all of a sudden. Let's do a Monday show. Nobody does a show on Mondays. We call it It's Frickin' Figures.
Hey, Jessica.
Yes, what's up? What's he saying? Sometimes his shows
are dealing with his sculpts. see if I can get him to do a series for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
That way you can watch it at your leisure.
I still know next to nothing with ZBrush, and to be honest with you, I learn a little bit better when I've got somebody that I can interact with, like we're doing, you and me, Dustin, and I can talk and ask questions in real time instead of watching a damn video that he's doing one thing and mine's not doing the same thing. I'm like, I'm pushing the button. I'm pushing it. It's not working.
Yeah.
Oh, no. But anyway.
He says you can interact with him while he's live Wednesday at noon Eastern time.
Wednesday at noon.
Which is what? What?
Maybe.
For you? Anyway.
Maybe. I'll have to see. All right, I'm moving on. I've got an update for our turtle ladies that we covered last week from 5K Toys. So the Samurai Force.
Hang on, you cut out a little bit.
Apparently, there's two. Apparently, there's two female turtle figures. Hear that?
Crimson and Violet. Okay.
Am I? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you said I cut out. I didn't know when I came back. So yeah. So Crimson and Violet. So there's going to be maybe two different versions of using the same body. Maybe they didn't look too different to me. So I don't know if all those pictures we shared last week was of one sculpt or two.
Right.
I didn't pay attention enough. It all looked the same, like I said. But
a turtle boob is a turtle boob.
It talks here. They say Rage Toys upcoming wave. This new wave contains 3 figures: Crimson and Violet sisters and Winter. Pre-orders open later on. The just released Samurai Crossbow Master Summer, which is, not Mikey, arrives in the USA warehouse in 1 to 2 weeks and will be you'll get a notification soon. So if you ordered that one, you'll be getting a notification after the holidays. Hey, we got it. Second payment's due.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And Winter has been the season that obviously it's going to be Raphael, because that's the one that they haven't done. So it'll be interesting to see the direction that they go with him.
Yeah.
When I find out more, you'll find out more.
Oh boy.
But yeah, no, that's exciting. I'm going to hop over to, let's see, what's Spiro Toys, I think, was the one making these. So another look here.
Okay, yeah. Bushido, yep.
Yeah, Bushido. So they showed off a couple of samurai, and now it looks like we're getting an Oni, and man, he's big.
Yeah.
So this is projected to be about 7 to 8 inches, I think, is what it says there on the side for the Oni, whereas the samurai is, in your 6-inch range. So that's cool. That'll be interesting. At first, when I saw this, because I saw just the blue Oni, like no words, no context, nothing. I thought this was one of those, off-brand type of figures like they do with the ogres and orcs and stuff like that. And then I saw this. I'm going, no, that's Spiro. Holy crap.
Yeah. I dig it. It's very cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. I'm digging this line, what they're coming up with. I think I like this a little bit more than their Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, to be honest with you. Not that there's anything wrong with the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I love me some anthropomorphic characters.
Yeah.
But this just...
Well, when you have something that tickles the right area and the right spot, so...
Yeah, I mean, this just... Look at that mug on him. That is just awesome.
Yeah.
The armor for these things look great, too. I mean, there's a lot of great detail in there.
Heck yeah, it does.
And not just not just the Oni, but the samurai. It's more of a traditional type of like what you would think of like a historical representation of
Yeah.
samurai, not like fantasy, larger, blown up proportions and stuff like that. But this is really great looking.
Yeah, wow. Jeez.
But yeah, I'm a fan of this. I'm looking forward to that. Sparrow, you've got something here, and I hope with your distribution and everything, you can handle it. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. I don't need another line to collect, but y'all are making it hard.
Yeah, really. I mean, I'm already sort of in on the AWOC, the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, but that's purely for building out my Thundercats, adding diversity and stuff to it. But
I totally understand that.
it's like, dude, this is cool. This
Yeah.
is up my alley.
Ooh, like I said, don't get me wrong. I like the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I like
Right.
certain characters more than others, and I do not feel the need to be a completionist with that line. But there are a couple that is like, okay, yeah, I think I got to get that one.
Right.
But since we're on the topic of anthropomorphic characters, there's some new images here of the more recent version of Blade Master Wing. I'm going to say, I think I was saying it wrong earlier. So this is the third version that they've released. So the original one, and then you've got the white one, and then this one. So yeah, that's three. So he's going to come with new armor that's a little more. It's less like bright and colorful, and more like earthy, toned down, more weathered. It says 2024, but I mean we're almost out of 2024.
Yeah.
But still cool looking nonetheless.
Yep.
I don't know if I will get this one. I might regret saying that and passing on it. I don't know. I haven't even, to be honest with you, I haven't even opened my original one just for space constraint reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have him because he's my representation for the Year of the Tiger for the Eastern Zodiac.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Freaking cool, man.
It feels like the armor's too busy for what I would want on my shelf.
Yeah.
But he looks great. I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. He looks
definitely.
fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Looks very cool. Very, very cool.
That he does. I mean, they make absolutely fantastic figures. I've got the Crocker. I've got two versions of the veteran William, the werewolf character that they made.
Yeah.
I skipped the rabbit. It just I wasn't feeling it. The tall, lanky, emaciated looking rabbit. I don't know. It wasn't for me. But it's got a great look if you're into that sort of thing. It's very much kind of a samurai-ish kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I feel like it was their tribute to, the greatest samurai.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, no, that's
oh wow,
that's cool. I love this head particularly, with the hair
Mm.
kind of, because they all have that hair kind of tied back, but this one, it's like it's come loose and it's hanging in his face.
Yeah.
That's so, I don't know, that's a great look. But yeah, Furay Planet Wing. That's ugh. I think there's another one coming out too. I don't have pictures of that, but I don't know. I might regret passing on him.
It still looks insane.
I mean, I have the base body though. I've got him. It's just all that new armor and the new heads.
Uh,
All right. I told you I was going to be jumping back and forth here. So I'm jumping back and forth. So here is an updated image that we got for the Krampatar from the Naughty or Nice Wave.
The kid.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Naughty or Nice Wave series season. I forget what they prefer to call it. I don't know.
What are you doing?
4 up for pre-order right now at Big Bad Toy Store. Just because you get your pre-order in doesn't mean it's going to get made. They have to meet a minimum requirement, and I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. I wanted to share this image because it shows one of these spoiled, rotten brats will actually fit in Krampus's basket.
That's so cool. That is amazing.
Yes. Yes, it is. I don't have any turnaround images. I saw this maybe on Facebook in the Fresh Monkey Fiction fan group. So if you're not a member there, go, because they post stuff like this, whenever they have it, when they can.
So we have a question in the chat here.
Shoot.
He says, incredible. Do all sculptors build these in ZBrush, or are wax sculptures not done anymore? Wax sculpts.
So the art of physical sculpting, whether it's wax, clay, or a combination of both, it's kind of a dying art. Mm-hmm. There are still people that do it, present company included. Whenever I need something for my customs or whatever, I will break out. I prefer to use Abe's epoxy sculpt. There we go. It's a 2-part epoxy compound. It's got like a 3-hour work time. Once it's fully cured, it doesn't need air to dry. You can submerge it in water. It's self-curing. Once it's fully cured and hardened, you can sand it, you can drill it, you can carve it, you can paint it. You can fire it in a kiln. It survives the heat from being fired in a kiln if you need it to restore pottery or, other sculptures or what have you.
Yeah.
So it's not like wax or traditional sculpting clay in the sense that it's malleable and you can mash it up and reuse it or melt it down or whatever. So everybody's kind of got their own preferred material that they use if they're physically sculpting anything. So, and ZBrush is not the only digital sculpting tool that you can use. There are others out there. There's some free ones out there. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. I have ZBrush. I'm trying to learn ZBrush. So for me, going from being a traditional physical sculptor to digital without any previous knowledge whatsoever is a challenge that I compare similarly to trying to learn a new language.
Yeah. Until
I crack that code, I'm going to struggle with it.
Yeah.
But these are actual 3-dimensional 3D renders. Probably ZBrush, I would think. Arlen Pelletier. I struggle with names. I apologize. I'm familiar with his work from other companies that we kind of worked under the same umbrella for a little
Yeah.
while. So, and he's a phenomenal sculptor. He's got a really
Yep.
great style to him, and he actually sculpted most of the Naughty or Nice line. So, yeah, no, he does great stuff. And digital sculpting is is an art form into itself, really.
Yeah, it is.
If you can do it and do it well, you can crank some stuff out like this pretty quick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tools there that you can use that are textures that once you sculpt something, it's a tool that you can click on and highlight the area that you sculpted that you want a certain texture on, and it'll automatically put the texture on it how it would anatomically fall. But then there's other sculptors that don't use any of that. They'll meticulously go in and sculpt every little piece as if they were doing it by hand in the physical real world. So, I mean, it's up to you on what type of 3D sculptor that you want to be, what techniques you want to use, what techniques you want to develop. But that's just me kind of talking out of my head here because I know about it. I just can't do it yet. Like if I was to pull up something that I tried to sculpt, it's embarrassing. It's laughable. It's like, did you sculpt that with your feet? What are you doing? So, it's a skill I'm trying to learn. So hopefully one day when I'm good at it, I can live stream it, and talk about it and know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But yeah, no, as I mentioned, the Naughty or Nice Wave 4 is up for pre-order currently on Big Bad Toy Store. But
Yep.
just because you put a pre-order in does not mean you're guaranteed to get those figures. This is very much a crowdfunding situation. Even though they are exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store, they still have to meet a minimum required number of pre-orders sold for those particular pieces that they want to have made.
Right.
And I'm going to jump over to their counter here on their website, freshmonkeyfiction.com. So if you pop up on their homepage or whatever, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna back up. So that's their homepage. It's got a ticker here on top, scrolls through the different products and stuff that they are making. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see 2024 Naughty or Nice Christmas Collection. Find out more, you click on that, and that will bring you to this page here where it will show you in detail. So they give you information on how long this pre-order event runs. It runs until February 15th of 2025. And it's got that convenient little counter there to let you know how many days, how many hours. So if you keep scrolling down, the first one that we come across is the Zombie Pirate Santa. Now, the original Zombie Santa from Wave 1 is currently sold out. That's a new development. It was in stock. His numbers currently are 185 out of 300 sold. So actually they need to update that because it says 500 here on the counter. So they've got a minimum of 300 for him. So maybe they bumped that number down. This comes from just a few days ago from the Facebook group here, I think. Or maybe it was Instagram. I don't know. I screenshotted it. So 185 currently for pre-order out of 300. The big one here, the sleigh. Santa's sleigh that you can hook up the reindeer. And the reindeer are still up for pre-order. Those got made. They are waiting to get those into the Big Bad Toy Store warehouse right now. So go get your pre-order in for the reindeer if you want the reindeer. And then go pre-order from Wave 4 for the sleigh. The sleigh is up to 750. Yeah, that's current right there. Out of 1,000, so they have to sell 1,000 to get the sleigh made. So they're almost there. Not quite,
Yeah.
but almost. So if you like this type of stuff, help spread the word. Go tell your friends, hey, if you know that Santa figure that you said you bought, hey, there's more stuff to it. Go show them. Tell them to go to
Right.
Big Bad Toy Store. Tell them to go to freshmonkeyfiction.com. All this information is right here for anybody to see at any time. So their numbers are not met yet.
I can't imagine how this will look fully completed, like with all the reindeer, the sleigh, Santa.
Yeah,
Dude, that would be such an amazing display piece.
yeah. It's you are correct, sir. That is because I mean you have to have the vision to see it. So you've got that. You know, some people with their toy collections, they like to bring out certain figures certain times of the year. This is perfect for that. Grab you a
Totally.
Santa of your choice, get the sleigh, get the reindeer. I mean, that's a hell of a display piece right there.
No kidding. Like, dude.
So I'm gonna move on here to the Santa Tar and Krampatar. We saw the Krampatar there with a kid fitting in his basket. We'll get to the kids in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see the Centaurs. Display Centaurs. They are at 740 pre-orders confirmed out of 2,000 needed. So if you like what you see, you better start pre-ordering.
Heck yeah.
Because this one might not make it if not.
Yeah. Looking a little rough, but we'll see.
And then below are the snot-nosed kids that will fit into that Krampatar's basket.
I'm over here laughing diabolically.
Yes, we are team naughty here on It's Frickin' Figures. But yeah, no, their numbers are, let's see, the children, surprisingly, a little more than halfway there. 1,543 units pre-ordered so far out of 3,000. So there's a little bit of a demand there for those snot-nosed brats. But I mean, none of the other Krampus figures come with that basket, I don't think. So that's a new thing that's added to him. So
right.
If and see, that's the beauty of that. If you get that Krampatar, you can have it as its own kind of character. And if you like that basket and you get another Krampus figure from this line, you could totally use that basket on that one instead.
Yeah.
Some of these parts are swappable, interchangeable. So they're not like stuck with the figure that it comes with.
Oh boy.
So that is their site, Fresh Monkey Fiction. Now, where you want to go to pre-order these is BigBadToyStore.com. They are exclusive to BigBadToyStore.com. So, Dustin, you had mentioned you can't imagine what this looks like with all the reindeer.
I know, right? It's going to be insane.
They've got you here, buddy. So here's a scale reference. So
it's going to look so cool.
Yes. So there he is with his 8 not so tiny reindeer.
Yeah.
And that sleigh. So the silhouette to the left looks like that's, your standard Santa.
Yeah.
That sleigh's as tall as he is.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's so cool.
That's a big vehicle.
Oh, I'm trying to justify this. Like, how do I explain this to Pomira that we need this
like we
for
need
a display
this.
piece? We'll just
So-
display it at Christmas time. It's okay. We'll bring it out. It'll be fun.
So here's the beauty of it. You can pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. They don't charge you up front.
Yep.
So you're not charged until this becomes an in-stock item. They get it in hand, and they do send out notification through email like, hey, we're expecting this soon. So get ready. Have your money ready. We're going to charge you. But I like this shot of the sleigh here because it shows it's got like, it's not just a sleigh. It's got, there's like gauges and a radar in there. And
compact disc.
It's kind of a nod to the movie
Tim
from
Allen.
the 80s of, Santa Claus the movie.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't realize that.
So
I was thinking the...
it was in that first, but then it was also something similar was done in the Tim Allen, the Santa Claus movies. So that's kind of cool, because it could have just been just a regular run of the mill sleigh, they didn't have to do all that, but that's kind of cool,
Yeah, Woody says it's like pulling a trailer versus driving an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, I could see that. So
wait, go back.
Okay. What are we looking at?
That looks like it has storage under it.
Storage
under the sleigh.
No, I think that's just the shadow.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Because it's like a shadow effect.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. I was thinking like, what on earth? He has extra storage underneath. What the heck?
No, it's got storage in the back.
Yeah.
Santa can put all his junk in his trunk.
Yep, that's right.
You got to have a place for that magic sack of his.
Yep.
So the sleigh itself, which does not come with the reindeer, that's a separate purchase now, just to be clear. The sleigh itself is a $70 purchase.
Yeah.
The Centaur characters for Santatar and Krampatar come in at $50. So they're, more of a deluxe kind of figure. There's that zombie pirate Santa coming in at $38.99, around $40. The kids are around $30, and there are like, I'm gonna go back to the snowflake kid here. They are fully articulated figures. They're not like 5 points of articulation like the elves in the line. The elves that they made are 5 POA figures. And just a reference for scale here, you've got the reindeer on the left. There's that 5 points of articulation elf, as well as the nutcracker, and you've got the kid right next to him. So the kids are the same scale as the elves themselves, but with much more articulation. So that's really interesting. And it justifies their price bump compared to those elves.
Right. Makes me honestly wonder if they'll go back and tweak the sculpt for the elves, or if it's just in lore, like they're stiffer than.
I would like to see more of a deluxe elf. That would get me to buy them. I don't have any of them just because I don't like the way the articulation looks on the elves. Like it's very blocky, and I didn't like any of that. But not everything is for pre-order. There are some things in stock, just like that Barbarian Santa I showed off earlier for what's in the box. He's in stock. They have him. If you liked what you saw, go grab one. He's awesome.
Yeah.
You've got the Father Frost, a blue Santa. This one looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
No pun intended. I mean, but he comes with that alternate head that's like an icy kind of.
He's like an ice giant.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. It's hard to explain how how awesome these figures are without having them in hand. But once
Totally.
you get them in hand, like they move really well too.
Wait, so do you think that one actually has a toy in the box? Like the
I'm
train is above the
wondering,
box.
yeah, I'm wondering if that train would fit in that box because
Yeah,
it's the same type of gift box that I showed earlier that came
right.
with Marion Santa. They all kind of come with that same box, just different color schemes.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering that too. I'm wondering because the hand will fit in here no problem. Probably two hands. If that train is small enough, absolutely it'll fit in that box.
right. I mean, it looks about the size of two hands,
Yeah. But yeah,
but yeah,
there's a
dude.
lot of cool ones. They even have, if you want your classic kind of, Coca-Cola Santa, I'm
Yeah.
going to forever call him that because Coca-Cola came up with this design and I will die on that hill. If you don't
I'll
believe me, I
die
can
right
get into
beside
it with
you.
you. It's not that I'm that into Christmas. I just know stuff. All right. Don't challenge me. I know stuff.
Don't question the knowledge maker.
Banjo Kazooie. All right. Look. Um, yeah, no. So this one is still up for pre-order. I would not wait because this is like the third time they've offered this particular version of the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And every time he sells out. Don't sleep on it.
You're
You,
killing me, Smalls.
I know, man.
I
I'm
want it
sorry.
so bad.
I know you do. I want to see him chilling with Lion-O too. All right. I
Right.
don't have a Lion-O, so I can't do it for you. But he comes with, the classic plate of milk and cookies. And fun fact, that milk in the cup is not glued in. So if you want like the empty cup, you can like turn it upside down. It'll come out like the
Yeah.
milk in a separate plastic piece that fits inside the cup.
I encountered the
Nice
same
touch.
thing with the Dragon Ball Z playset, the cafe playset, where everything is its own
Oh
separate
yeah, yeah,
piece.
yeah.
And I was blown away. I
That's
thought it would just
nice.
be like a stack of dishes or a stack with a
Yeah,
bowl in it. And I was completely blown away that it was all separate. And I'm like, what the
yeah.
heck is this?
Yeah. Even the cookies here are a
Right,
separate piece. They're not like attached. It's not
right.
attached to the sculpt of the plate. So if you
Yeah.
want cookies for whatever display that you're trying to do or whatever, you could totally have uh like go to like Hobby Lobby or anywhere that sells like the doll houses or whatever, get you like one of those nightstand tables or something, put that plate on it. And then, of course, go put a pre-order in for one of those snot-nosed kids that I keep talking about from this line. And you can have like that little grinning face that they have, like they're trying to go in and sneak the cookies.
Like my
So
kids do
throwing that
every
out
year.
there. Yeah, throwing that out there. The hat on this guy is removable. You see that extra head that he comes there with the winking eye. Um, the hat is a separate piece on him, so that's not part of the sculpt for his head. Nice touch, also.
Yes.
You get quality with this stuff, people. I'm not making it up. There's one of the kind of regular versions of a Krampus figure if you want that. This is a dark version, of course. And he does fall under the deluxe price point of $50, but he comes with that awesome cloak. He's got a not a basket, but he comes
Mm.
with a bag, and that bag it's got a drawstring on it so you can put other stuff in it. He's got coal.
Oh,
It comes
yeah.
with a stocking. He comes with green cookies and black milk. It's just great.
I wouldn't be drinking that milk.
That is awesome. I don't care who you are. That's awesome. Yeah, no, you got like a lumberjack kind of Santa. I want him. I want that one. But again, for custom purposes, like I don't
Right,
think I would keep him as he is. But he's the only one so far I think that's not dressed like in the Santa suit.
right.
So here's kind of your first look of one of the reindeer. Only this is a goat for the Krampus figures, and there's a shirtless Krampus using that same bare torso as the Barbarian Santa. This one falls under the regular price point though, so it's not a deluxe, but still cool. He comes with some really great stuff too. Interchangeable hands. He's got the chains and just that's cool. So that one is in stock. So you can get that one right now, as well as the deluxe one. Yeah, he's in stock too. You've got the deluxe Gremlin King. This one's just fun.
Oh, and it comes with the crushed package. That's
Yeah,
the one.
there's a crushed package. Yeah, and the little like dynamite sticks painted like candy canes and little bombs of Christmas ornaments. That's just fun.
So Woody chimed in and said, "It's difficult for me to identify with these figures because the ass is not big enough."
Oh,
And then he says,
they've got
"Although I admit my ass is shrinking."
they've got plenty of ass on them. I'm talking about Santa's ass here. Jesus. So, if Halloween is more your thing, they've got you there with a Halloween offering. Again, it's on the bigger kind of, tubby Santa body, but it's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
You got your drunk hobo mall Santa. This one, I'm going to show this one just because I remember the original name to him. And this one kind of, to me, falls under that Violent Night movie. It reminds me of that Santa because he's just a kick-ass Santa. It's hard to see in this image here, and I can only get it so big, but you could tell he's been in a brawl. He's got a black eye. He's a little bloody. There's a little bit of blood on the suit. He comes with two bats. One of them says naughty. One of them says nice.
He's got snowballs.
He's got some knuckle dusters here.
Oh,
same thing.
Man.
One says naughty. One says nice. Snowballs to throw. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Zoom's freaking out on me. So this is checking it twice Santa. But I know him as fuck around and find out Santa. That, believe it or not, was his original name, and they had to change it, obviously. I still have the image shown with the original name on it somewhere, and I'll dig that out eventually and show it because I just still find that hilarious. This is one that I'm definitely going to have to get. So this is a future purchase for me. You know what? I'm going to back up 1 second because some of these that were up for pre-order. So you got Wave 1. Some of those Wave 1 figures are still available. But then you've got figures like, okay, so Wave 2. Yeah, Wave 2 are some of the ones that we've been showing, like the Barbarian Santa, the Frost, Father Frost. Wave 3 is about to be in stock. And Wave 3, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the accessory packs they have.
Yeah.
They do have, more gift boxes, some snowballs and stuff like that. So Wave 3 is your reindeer, okay? That's where your reindeer come in. And they've, got them all by name and they're slightly different colors. There's even a zombie reindeer if you are into that. Here's one from Wave 3. Winter is here, Santa, dressed in all white. He comes with a couple of, he's got like this White Walker head. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
With the dead blue hands that you could swap out if you want to. That one's a really cool look. This one is the first one to feature a hood instead of a hat.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So that's part of Wave 3, along with the reindeer. Here's some of those elves I was telling you about, if you're, into that sort of thing. No judging, no judgment. They've got a red Krampus here. Let's see. Oh, the saddles. They even made saddles for some of these that'll fit the reindeer or whatever. If you know, if Santa's just going to take one reindeer or whatever. So they also, so the head pack here, they've got some interesting things going on here. And one of them, yes, has a red nose. If you want Rudolph, you can do that. But also, if you look, some of them have different antlers. They have different antler styles going on. So they're not all the same thing.
Yeah.
Just in a different color. They do have some part sharing, you know, but that's healthy for any toy line, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, the Nutcrackers. You've got Storytime Santa. So he's the second one that doesn't utilize that classic Santa suit look. So, you know, that's cool too. He comes with a storybook.
Looks like wife beater Santa.
Oh my God. Okay. Father Christmas. He's decked out in all green. Here's you a zombie Nutcracker. And look, he's on sale for $13.99.
Woohoo!
Some stands. Okay, so I was looking for this one because I want to talk about him. Wizard Santa. It's really hard to tell from these pictures, and I've said this on the show before, but he is a translucent figure. His body is translucent. You can see through it. So if you're into the translucent, clear type figures, this one's for you. And again, that one is part of the Wave 3, due in stock any day now. So jump in on the pre-order ahead of time. Don't wait for it to get in stock. I got a feeling that a lot of people probably going to sleep on these, but whenever y'all see them in your favorite influencer's hands, you're going to run to the store and buy them. I'm telling you, take a preemptive strike on that. If you see them and you're curious, go ahead and pre-order it, all right? Zombie's not going to lead you astray on that.
Yeah.
So here's the final page, page 3, and some of these are already sold out. So you've got your evil Nutcracker. I like the idea of the extra hats because those hats are great for other lines. They fit on a multitude of other figures. It was such a great idea, and I missed it. And I regret it. You've got, so they made this accessory pack here of the different Santa head. When the original one was released, he had kind of a blondish beard, and a lot of people didn't like that. So they said, all right, well, we'll release another head and give him a white beard for those, you know, that didn't like it. I don't have a problem with it. I got the original one. I love it. Little zombie elf thing, frost elf going on. Got your Jolly Santa. Sergeant Santa to me was hilarious. And then the recently sold out Zombie Santa, which I'm sad about because he was going to be my next purchase. Sergeant Santa cracks me up. So this is, I think, the second version of Sergeant Santa that they've done. The first one, his camo was more of the, I think it was like white and gray and red and sort of stuff. But he, first of all, who doesn't love that he's got a stogie? I mean, that's awesome. Just the, you know, the sunglasses, the stogie. He's got, you know, an alternate head with the camo war paint. He's got the turtle shell helmet. And that's nuts. And he comes with a damn rifle and
bazooka.
Well, I think that's a shit. What do they call it? Brain fart. We'll stick with bazooka, but it's got another name, but it's a yeah. So the first one came with very similar accessories, but it's just it's funny to me that people want that. Like, you want a wartime Santa? I mean, I guess, for the people that are in military services or whatever, it's kind of a novelty. Like, I got me an army Santa. Check it out. So the one that is sold out that is not on the listing, there's two. There's the first Sergeant Santa, and then they had another one that was like a Robo Santa. It had like a robotic head. Think like if the Terminator dressed up as Santa. That's kind of what it was. It was kind of a cool little gimmick, and he had like extra hands, I think, that were like robotic hands or whatever. So may have spent a little more time on those than I meant to. But yeah, Fresh Monkey Fiction. There you go. Grab some Santa figures. You don't have to buy a Santa figure just because it's Christmas. They're cool figures. I can't say that enough. They're cool figures. Let's see, where was I? Oh, I'm gonna hop over again. Another Fresh Monkey Fiction line that they offer is Operation Monster Force. So,
heck yeah,
werewolf news. We're gonna have to get like a banner or something for when I have updates for werewolves. The Kilowog Night Hunter Deluxe Edition is in stock currently at Big Bad Toy Store. This is your black repaint of Veteran William that they went into partnership with Maestro Union to use for their series Operation Monster Force. Let me pull up these here a little bit bigger. This is just an awesome figure. If you've got any of the Maestro Union stuff, I don't have to explain it to you. You know what you're getting with this figure. If you have either of the Veteran Williams, whether it's the original or the white version, I have both of those awaiting this version. I was originally going to get another one of the other two and repaint him black, but then they announced this one, so I scrapped that. It's like, why do that? I'll just buy this one.
Right.
This was, I believe, the Veteran William was my number one figure, I think, last year of my top 10 figures that came out. And I still love it. He's still an awesome figure.
Yep.
This one comes with a ton of stuff, just like the original did. You've got multiple different types of clothes that you can put on him. If you just want your bear wolf, he's got the spare parts to do that too. He's got the spare upper arms and the thigh pieces. He pops apart real easy. You don't have to heat him up a lot in order to pop those pieces off and reassemble them. It's a fantastic figure. If I can't convince you, I give up. Whatever. Go buy it or don't. Go listen to somebody else and go buy it. Whatever. So I'm gonna back up here and go to their listing again. He is $85 plus shipping, where taxes were applicable and all that good stuff. But they did a surprise drop also. If you don't want all that extra stuff with him, they have the Primal Edition. This one does not come with all of those neat little accessories, but here's a look at just kind of what he would look like without all of that stuff. It's just your basic bear black werewolf.
Is that a lighting effect, or is that like the hair highlighted in blue?
I think that's just the reflection of the lighting, because if you look at the background, it's got kind of that bluish thing going on. Because then once you get to these shots, it's not there.
Okay.
Like there is some shading on him, but it's like a light, a light gray kind of dry brushing thing going on.
Fair enough.
So this is what you get with this one. This is just a stripped down version. He's just a bare, naked werewolf. fully articulated, just an awesome figure. So if you were going to display him like this anyway, and you don't want all that extra stuff that the original release came with, wow, that picture's kind of blurry. I don't know why. It's a little better. Then this version is for you. They give you a little bit of a price break on it since he doesn't come with all those other accessories. I have to have a word with the person that did the posing on this. This figure can achieve better poses than this. Trust me, I've done them myself. So here's what this one comes with. You get an alternate open kind of roaring mouth version as opposed to just the snarling head that's on the figure. A couple of sets of open hands. One of them is more splayed than the other, and then a couple of gripping hands. So while the original came in at about $85, this one comes in at about $60. And it's in stock as of the recording of this show.
Yeah.
These types of things end up selling out fairly quickly. I think it's a little bit slow right now because of Christmas. But once people start hitting with that Christmas money and they see this, like, I don't think a lot of people even know about this yet.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and I'm going, wait a minute, wait. So there's the standard version that comes with all that stuff, and this one really flew under the radar. I don't think anybody knew about this. They played this close to the chest. They kept this one a secret. They didn't even announce it until like today, I think, yesterday, something like that. I don't know. What day was it? What year are we in?
I have no idea.
We'll figure it out.
Me.
But yeah, no. There you go. There's your werewolf news. Go get you a badass werewolf from Big Bad Toy Store, Fresh Monkey Fiction, and Operation Monster Force. You got your Primal Edition, and then you've got your Deluxe Edition with all that stuff. Take your pick.
Yep.
And he too has a stogie. It's just not pictured here. I know for a fact he's got it. So if you like your werewolf smoking your cigars, Kilwarg's your guy.
Oh, geez.
All right. In a related line, I want to talk about this because I don't see a lot of people talking about this. It's called Soldiers of Fortune. And I think a lot of people are confused by this wave. This is not under Fresh Monkey Fiction or Operation Monster Force. It's kind of its own thing. This is kind of a supplementary line that could go with many other lines. It could fit in with Valaverse or Operation Monster Force, if you will. It could fit in with your Marvel Legends. It could fit in with G.I. Joe if you wanted to go that route. You're classified. This line is... So they did consult with Fresh Monkey Fiction on the production of these figures, but they're not advertised under Fresh Monkey Fiction. It's Big Bad Workshop. So I think this is the first wave in a line of figures that you're probably going to see are sourced out by Big Bad Toy Store under their own kind of name brand thing outside of just Big Bad Toy Store. You've got Big Bad Workshop. They will probably seek out other independent creators to bring into or under the Big Bad Workshop line. This just happens to be the first kind of hint at that. Let me blow it up here. So they've got the whole wave for pre-order here. And like I said, this is more of like your army builder kind of thing going on. They all kind of look like Deadpool variants to me, except for the guys in the business suits.
Yeah.
And then you've got your odd Destro Disco Destro looking guy. I want to bring him up specifically because the only way to get him is to pre-order the entire wave.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people were upset by that.
Yeah, so okay, I want to point out something. So it says Jaguar Brigade Specialist, okay? That to me says they're going to have other members of the Jaguar Brigade. So this guy is kind of their way of making almost a named character out of an army builder line that will have maybe less detailed people in their deco under him that fit in with Jaguar Brigade. So I think there's a little bit of misunderstanding within the misunderstanding about what this wave is.
Right.
It's like I said, it's a supplementary wave that you could fit into whatever other lines that you're into. I've seen people, online or on other shows say, well, I don't see Fresh Monkey Fiction's name on this, which obviously they use certain parts from, there are certain parts that are familiar from the recently released
Monster Force.
Operation Monster Force.
Yeah.
You've got certain parts of the body that, I mean, if you go back and you look at those figures and you compare it to this, they obviously share parts. Even from the Naughty or Nice, you've got the 2 dynamite sticks. I pointed those out. That came with another figure from one of the evil Santas that had them painted like candy canes.
Yeah.
Then you've got that shotgun right there. Came with Sergeant Santa. The bat that came with the F around and find out Santa. You got the RPG. That's what I was trying to remember. It's not a bazooka. It's an RPG that came with Sergeant Santa. So it's a cross amalgamation of a lot of the parts that Fresh Monkey Fiction has used, but there's also some new sprinkled in there. If you look here on this one, Close Combat Operative, at the top left of what he comes with, that's from Operation Monster Force right there. That was on the Crimson Guard, I think, was the name of that one that comes from. But there's many other pieces that I could make comparisons with that, this piece came from that figure and that piece came from that one and so on. So like I said earlier, these are very smart parts reuse to make something new, which is not a new concept in toy production. No matter how upset you get about, well, it's just kind of the same thing, But also, if you notice, Gridiron Studios has their logo all over this. So Gridiron Studios is actually starting to design a bunch of the weapons used in Operation Monster Force, and they're being brought over into Soldiers of Fortune. Like I said, it's an amalgamation of a bunch of independent creators coming together to bring you something that I've heard a lot of people ask a lot for in the past. We want army builders. We want, we want, thugs that we can use with our figures and what have you. And I mean, that guy fits the bill right there. He's got the ski mask look going on, you know? They've got another one. Let's see. That one's kind of like a stripped down Snake Eyes, if you will.
Yeah.
But then you've got also figures like this that, I think it's absolutely fantastic that they've got it to where it's not just a single race figure. You can have them either or. And I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
So you've got your kind of spy. I don't know of a spy that dresses like this other than 007, which I always thought was laughable. But then you've got kind of your agent kind of, FBI, goon kind of suit going. But if you look to the left,
Cobra Commander.
I wasn't going to say it. We all know what that is. Thanks, Dustin. Absolutely, it is. Come on, that's. But that's that's all the fun that
Yeah.
comes with the toys. I mean, if you're watching us, we're talking about toys, collecting toys. If you're collecting toys, if you're not having fun with them, what are you doing with them? What are you doing? Toys are supposed to be fun.
Yep.
I see people fuss and complain and fight over stuff they have no control over. Like, what are you doing? You're making yourself look like a fool.
I do that all the time.
I'm good at it, actually.
Yeah.
But no, so like I said, this line isn't under any particular line itself, but it will fit in greatly with all kinds of stuff. Like,
Yep.
I you know, a lot of people slept on Operation Monster Force. Just kind of like
Yep.
how they slept on Naughty or Nice. They got to see it. They have to see a reviewer have it and put it through its paces and make comparisons and give their
Send
thoughts.
us the reviewer copies. Come on, we'll do it.
I can do the same thing,
Right.
I never get anything to do that with or whatever. But
Right.
I promote the hell out of anybody that I can. I'll grab information from the deepest corners of the internet and I'll find stuff.
Yep.
But they slept on Operation Monster Force, and then once they started getting in the hands of people that had the outlet to show people, whether it was on YouTube or some other platform, what have you, a lot of them sold out overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Once word got out that these figures were really great. So my experience with Fresh Monkey Fiction, the first thing I got from them was the Santa figure.
Yep.
And I knew as soon as I opened that, I'm like, okay, they make they make good quality products. There's no question. So I knew before Operation Monster Force ever came out, I knew they were going to be great. It's just everybody else had to catch up, and
Yep.
it's like y'all just don't understand, and with that line, the one I just talked about, it's going to be kind of the same way, I think. I think a lot of people are going to be confused by it. They don't understand it. It looks so much like characters from Operation Monster Force, but it's not Operation Monster Force. That's a different line.
Yep.
Same parts, same build. They're using the same molds, but they're making them their own thing that will fit into other things. I'm going to say it again. Y'all
That's what
don't
excites me about
understand.
it.
Y'all just don't understand. You don't get it. Catch up. I
I
can
mean,
see it.
dude, imagine not having to pay the Hasbro sticker price for just an army building trooper. Instead, you're getting him
Well,
now.
I will say, anytime that independent creators do stuff like that, they are, anywhere from, $10 upwards above like that mass market price. So I can
Yeah.
understand the hesitation some people might have going into it, looking at the price point, going, well, I mean, Hasbro's still selling for 25 and you're pitching me something at $36, $37. I don't know. If I buy two of those, I could have bought three of the other figure from the other company. But let me tell you what, you're going to get what you pay for in the end. All
Yep.
of Hasbro stuff is not the end all be all of like quality of product. Some of their stuff breaks right out of the package, but
Yep.
when you branch out and you buy something and you
You might find
support those,
something.
what's that?
I said you might find something special.
Yeah, you just might, but you're supporting independent creators.
Yep.
These are toys made by people that love toys, not a corporation that loves money, that sees you as a profit margin. Okay.
Right.
I have plenty of Hasbro stuff behind me and other, mass market stuff. I don't buy them as much as I used to. I see something that catches my eye. It's like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll go ahead and pick that up. Kind of like this guy last week that I picked up. But I'd
Yeah.
said that if I found him, I was going to get him because I liked his look.
Yeah.
Do I want the entire wave? No, I don't. I'm not going to collect the entire wave for that.
Yeah. No.
There's a lot of those Star Wars figures I just don't want. I don't
Right.
have room for them anyway. But yeah, no, once you branch out into some of these other lines that we discuss on our show, which we champion the independent producers. That's my game. That's my goal. Yep. I am going to promote and promote and promote, whether they know I do or not, because
even if they don't,
everyone that spreads the word helps them.
Yeah,
and I'm going to do that. I'm rooting for the little guy. I'm a sucker for an underdog success story.
Very true.
It is what it is, and I'm not paid by anybody to say that. I don't get kickbacks from nobody. Nobody sends me anything. Okay. What I have, I pay to get. So, I mean, I'm picky with my money too, but I'm just trying to explain to people out there that, maybe are hesitant or whatever to branch out into something like that. It's worth it. It's worth it. Go watch some of those reviews of some of those other toy people that have them in hand and they put them through their paces, and you hear phrases like, "Oh, it's butter. It's so smooth. I didn't have to heat it up when I took it out of the box. It did what it was supposed to." Every now and then you get those people that have a part that maybe, the paint was off on it a little bit, or it came with 2 left feet or whatever. Like the one and only Operation Monster Force figure that I got, which I won from watching another show. I picked one of the Delta Red figures, and it was the vampire. His face was printed off center, so it was all fucked up. I mentioned it, but it's not a complaint. I could very easily repaint that myself if I wanted to. But when I got it, that was not the original head that I wanted to have displayed on it anyway. So it wasn't no big deal for me. Somebody else might get that and go, "Zombie told me to buy this, and I did, and I hate it. It's got such an ugly face on it." But those are the people that get heard the most, not the people that have so many good things to say.
Yeah.
It is what it is, unfortunately. And I'm trying to be one of the voices out there in the void to try and change that.
That is right.
So go outside of your comfort zone a little bit. If you see something that's an independent toy company that they've made something and they've been around for a little while, especially, I know it's always kind of a risk. It's like, oh, I don't know. Do I trust these people? See what other people have to say about them. See if they've made something else before. Fresh Monkey Fiction's been around for a few years now. They've got a couple of lines that are out right now with product that you can buy, get it in hand within a week or so, depending on, what shipping method that you choose. You can get it in the hand and see for yourself. You are the best judge of what you like and what you don't.
That's right.
I'm just trying to coax you in that direction. So that's my spiel for tonight. I think I've done enough shilling.
Well, you did it on under 40 minutes, so 44 minutes actually, and that's a good thing.
Hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. What did I? Yeah. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm bad. I'm bad at this. So. But all right. So that was. Don't forget. Next week, we'll be talking to the one and only Corn Boy. So looking forward to that. And Friday, join us as we review / talk about Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. That'll be a good old time.
I have not seen either one of those movies.
Really? Okay. I've seen the first one, and I haven't seen the second one though. But
so So before you watch those two movies, and I wish I could have joined y'all Friday when y'all were saying that those were what you were going to pick, because I'm like, I tried to squeeze it in, and you ended the show, and it was just like
Yep.
abrupt, like that's it, it's show over, folks, go home. Watch.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Go watch John Carpenter's The Thing. That's the prequel to the Christmas Chronicle movies.
That's what we say. But yeah. All right. Well, so you know what to do, you know where we're going to be at. If not, join us in the comments on social media. Say hey. So but yeah, until next time, I'm going to figure out how to do this the right way this time. Let's see. I think it's this one. Or if Pops is watching, he can set it. Not sure what he's. It's glitching on me.
It's all right.
I'll just do this. All right. Until next time, Thunder Nerds ho.